Welcome to the Grow Family Network. Today we're going to do I don't know how long it's going to take, hopefully like under 15 minutes. We're just going to show y'all like our backyard garden, what we've been kind of working on, some things to kind of expect. We're going to show you some projects we've been doing for spring of next year. But we're going to fill it out. A lot of stuff we're doing for the fall and winter is when we're going to try to do most of our work. So when the spring comes next year, we'll be ready. I wanted to start off by showing you all some of our, if you remember our ginger planting, where we planted this ginger from that little transplant flat, and this is actually how they're coming out. You can see the ginger actually, I probably planted one of these. If you go back to our growing ginger video, you're gonna see me plant probably one of these in the ground, but you see how they're actually growing. It just keeps lengthening as the ginger keeps getting longer, and the little sprouts keep coming up, just like if you look right here, this one's gonna shoot up too. And I don't want to pull them, really mess with them too much, but when the winter comes, we're gonna harvest these. I like how ginger grows, how they just spread along, kind of like walking along. We also have some turmeric that Bev's actually, get that turmeric plant right there, Control. That's under those pots. The one you set the pots on. So this is actually all of our turmeric, and it's actually been growing better than, I guess not better, differently. I like turmeric, Bev's like ginger, so that's our challenge. Like anytime I talk about turmeric, I say mine's looking better. It's under the pots. The turmeric plant that looks like this. And she loves Big Daddy Spider. She loves this. So we're gonna walk around this way, and this is just what we're gonna do with this. As we've been emptying out our container pots, this is where we've been throwing all the soil at. So once we get ready to harvest the cassava and get ready to turn this into a bed, we're gonna go ahead and pull everything out and throw some more soil in it, kind of finish it off.
Look at this. Look at bitter melon is out in watermelon.
So we do have bitter melon. Bev showed me that we had just coming up from the bitter melon that's bust open, but we wasn't paying attention, and the seeds are actually growing good. That's one of those things we talked about. That's one of those things we talked about from having fresh seeds. Fresh new seeds seem to grow really, really, really fast. But you can see this turmeric, how it's actually growing. We actually pulled this one up out of a pot yesterday. Yesterday or day before yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
Which is real cool how they, and all you do is break this off and you plant just this, and it'll grow like these little nodules from here. It'll just grow more and more and more. So you can actually take these, pop these off like this, and every time you pop it off, it's new nodules that's gonna grow up. So that's cool. Never having to buy this again, as long as you don't get your whole crop damaged. You almost can keep planting these until you get tired of it. So let's go over here. We're getting closer to, oh, Malabar, right?
Yeah, that's a Malabar seed.
Look at the seeds, how they grow on the Malabar. After a while, and you actually, these things are like real staining. Look at that.
And you know that you can
and you
use
just
the
dry
dye.
them out. Yeah. And Bev said in her country they use the Malabar seeds to dye. But we're gonna get down in here and check this out as well. Let's see if we can. This is what I kind of like about the cassava. You can actually dig in, go check it out, see where it's going to. Nothing so far. Oh, hit a root that way. I don't want to hit the big roots.
Not yet, too small.
I know they gotta have some. I don't know how deep I dug them when I planted them. Looks like they should have something up in there.
No, no, no. How about this one and the other one?
I don't know. It's gotta be somewhere down up in there. I think they're down deep this year. Let's go around. Oh, okay. There it goes. There it goes. Let me move this stuff out of the way. So you basically just come down deep. This one is deep this year. Let me help you out so y'all can see that. And you can actually start seeing it. Can you see it right here? If I can stop this dirt from going back in the hole.
I see a little brown.
Oh, it's actually got a nice size root on it.
Not really.
Can't see it too good. Bells is helping. But you see, it's actually, God, I don't want to damage it too much. But if y'all can see that up in there, just watch through the cam and let me.
Yeah, we can see a little brown.
If I do it too fast, the dirt is gonna fall back around it. But you can see the root is good distance down. So over the next couple of months, it's gonna grow thicker and more thicker, and we're gonna be harvesting some cassava. So that's good. This is actually something that we've done. We've actually got 2 of our posts. We've actually concreted them in the ground, and we're gonna take this. So like I said, we've been doing, let me put this up right here. Been trying to do less videos and more work. So this is gonna be, we have 2 of these so far. We got these from Guillory's Louisiana Homestead. And my idea is I'm probably gonna take these bottoms off and cut a piece of plywood to match the bottom of this. And we'll basically, I gotta bring this one down. But we'll basically put them about this size and all the way down, about this height, I'm sorry, and all the way down. I think we're gonna put one here, maybe another one a little further down, and that's where we're gonna have some strawberries for like a strawberry bed to keep them contained and keep them off the ground for the slug. If you look on the ground, my neighbor actually bought over a whole bunch of sugar cane that he's actually we've actually got them to root in water, and now we've put them over here. He's gonna plant them, and hopefully he's gonna be able to put them out for next spring, right? So these beds are, I'm telling you, I'm gonna show you something. These beds, these platform container beds are really, really, really easy and really workable. So now what we're gonna do in the next coming week or so is we have to transplant our mulberry and these plums that we grew from seed. Japanese plum. So we got the bulk soil, so we're gonna start putting them up in these, but these really don't have holes in them. We got a lot of them, but no holes in them. So the raised platform bed makes it easy, and I bought this drill out because I had started a little bit, but I said let me hold up. When we do the video, I'll show them. And basically, and it's so easy because you're standing up. And you can put as many holes as you want, but that shows you how easy it is to make a couple of these, and we'll be able to start transplanting. I got all of these to do. These, and we got to find the rest of them. We had a whole bunch of them, but we started using them as my son would feed the dogs with them, and then he'll leave it out by the dogs. They would tear them up. Little stuff like that. So we're gonna speed up walk. Let's walk through this way. I think y'all saw this in Tagalog Tuesday. As we showed you the raised beds, so we've got them all filled up. Peat moss, chicken manure, bulk soil, leaves, wood. Shut up. All of that. So we're gonna walk. You should walk through the middle. And we're just gonna continue. So next week, hopefully, come on, Ari. Next week, hopefully, we're gonna plant these out. I've already bought most of the plants, but I just gotta do the videos because these are some of our sponsored beds. So we're gonna like speed walk to the high tunnel. All right, so we've made it to the high tunnel. This is just an experiment. These things get real leggy. I don't know if it's even gonna have anything growing underneath it, but we will harvest it. One thing I do like about this method, about it growing so linky, is it's gonna give us
more.
It's gonna give us more wood for growing wood, and maybe to sell. Come on, my goodness, messing up my video. Messing up my video. All right, this we left. The passion fruit vine, we didn't get anything from it. While we was worried about it, these things were getting ate to shreds. When I stopped worrying about it, the ants started putting these crazy things on here, and I mean, they're like all over. The reason why I didn't mess with this is because I'm gonna let them put whatever they want to put on this thing, and probably when it comes to get close to the winter, I'm gonna cut it down low and just get rid of all this greenage and burn it. That way, whatever this is they're making, I won't have it around here. So we've just pretty much planted out this whole front part with broccoli, cauliflower. We got a few tomatoes. We actually left some of our spring peppers that didn't do anything during the spring, but it seems like when the fall hit, they really wanted to start growing. So we went ahead and just basically left it, and they get more healthier during the spring. Even these pineapple plants, they're starting to grow now, and they didn't do anything during the spring and summer. So I can tell by looking at the new leaves that it's putting out why they're starting to grow. I really can't tell you. We bought this back here because we did the ginger and the raised beds to the front, but we wanted to get some. Let's see what they're looking like. I've been watering this, so it's a little waterlogged. That's an old one, so I want to get them out before they really got waterlogged. And we're gonna replant these. Take these and plant them. Easy to pull or lose when they're wet though. Get off of me. White, look at that.
White spider.
A white spider got on me. All right, so we're gonna take some of those off and we'll replant. And it was under the soil. It's just funny. Time to get all these out. I mean, full of roots if you look at that. Actually gonna take these and just replant them over here, which is where we're kind of starting up at. After we did our sponsor beds, we end up with enough soil to kind of finish off that row. But at the end, I had to come back and take some of that soil because my neighbor wanted to start those sugarcane cuttings. So out here in the high tunnel, I planted some kale here that never came up for some reason. So we're gonna see if this ginger is gonna make it through the winter with us not having to do anything with it. That's our plan. Got a good root structure. We just gonna put them in and kind of let them go. So we'll do that with all of our ginger and turmeric, which it makes it really easy. See how easy gardening is. If it makes it, it makes it. But nature gives you such an abundance that when you just let go and kind of just say, okay, if it does it, it does it. It generally Not everything makes it, but generally most of everything makes it. So we've been staking up some of our tomatoes. And like I said, all of our peppers during the fall just wouldn't do any, I mean during the spring wouldn't do anything, but you can look at it now and see like all the ones that we've left, they're actually starting to produce. So they're gonna give us, even though we planted them in the spring, early spring, they're actually finally gonna produce early fall. So that was cool that we didn't give up on them, that we didn't just pull them up because they wasn't doing anything, and it gave them time to mature and spread those roots. So look at that. Now they're really starting to put on now, which is really cool, I think. At least I think. Just need a little staking, some of them. And I think that's about it. I just wanted to do something quick. I hope that's not too long. That's about 20 minutes or something. We probably try to shorten it down, but that's the most of what we've been doing right now, as far as this is where we're at today, September something. That's where we at. Fall has started, and we're gonna try to get this high tunnel to bring us through the fall into the winter and come out on the other side of the spring without stopping our growing season. So we're gonna see if it works for us this year. Thank y'all for watching the Grow Family Network, and as always, grow, grow, grow. Peace. We love you.